Everybody, it's Elizabeth. Welcome back to the channel. I'm located here in Arkansas, Northeast Arkansas in Zone 7. And I wanted to do a little garden project and share it with you guys, a really low effort winter gardening project. Because, I mean, if you're like me and you love to garden, you can't do a lot outside right now. You can't do anything outside right now. It's very cold. We are actually currently covered in snow. You'll see that at the end of this video. But today, I wanted to do the milk jug winter sowing project with you guys. So if you've been on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Pinterest, I'm sure you've seen this idea before. I've seen it many times and I've actually never tried it, which is crazy because I've been gardening for 10 years. But I think it's because in previous years I really burned myself out in the garden in summer, spring, summer, and fall, and in winter I'm just like deep rest. This year I didn't do that, so it was great. So I have the energy to do some things, and so today we're going to put together 3 of these milk jugs and I'm going to show you exactly how. So the most important things for prepping your jugs, mine were washed out with just warm water and then sat with the lid off for like a week or two. I've just been saving these, and what we're going to do is we won't need the cap. We'll cut holes in the bottom. And then we're going to cut this like 3/4 of the way around, not all the way off, and it creates a lid that we can then pull back. We're going to fill it from the soil here to here with our pre-moistened soil. That's important. Then we're going to plant our seeds. We're going to label it on the inside with Sharpie. And then we're going to leave this open. We will water a little bit once we do our seeds, and we're going to set it outside and we're going to ignore it for the rest of all time. So that's how it's supposed to work. Basically the idea is it creates this tiny, like almost like a little greenhouse, keeps the new baby seedlings more protected, but they still get rain and snow in the top. Excess drainage can go out the bottom, and it's just this little ecosystem for specific plants. Now, not all plants love this, so I'll explain that more whenever we go over the ones that I have chosen to try in this. And for now, let's just get our jugs prepped. I am going to carefully use a knife to do my holes here. Yeah, a lot easier. Just want plenty of drainage. To start my hole for the scissors, I'm going to use the knife. And I'm just going to come in here. Well, actually, I guess I could just use the knife the whole way. Yeah, this is like a brand new knife, so it's really nice and sharp. My son got me this for Christmas. Okay, so we need to come further around to where it can hinge. Did it. Hinges just enough. Okay, let me get the other ones, because then when we get it ready to go back outside, we'll tape it because it's going to be closed all winter. Okay, so I went and got soil out of the belly. Filled it up with the only thing I could find, which was an old Christmas popcorn tin, and it was literally frozen in the back. We're going to warm it up and rehydrate it in this. I broke up most of the chunks while I was out there. This one I'm using is Fox Farm Land and Sea, I think is what it's called. I just put a little water over it, turn it off, mix it by hand. You don't want it to be too wet, but you don't want to dry either. And the catch with how you cut them is you really want to make sure that at the back of this handle there's just enough to hold that on there, or else they don't open very easily. Now, so for the seeds that we're doing, I am doing leek because I've been wanting to grow this for a long time. And I tried starting it from seed before, but I just really struggled with it. So I did some research because, like I said, not all plants do well with this winter sowing method. Leeks do. So I will grow them in here until they get to be a decent size, and then I'll transplant them into my raised beds in the garden. I will also be starting some of these in the greenhouse just in case this doesn't go well. The other thing I'm doing is calendula, because calendula actually loves germinating in cold temperatures. It self-seeds really easily. This one I'll just be transplanting in landscape and all over. It is a flower, it's a perennial flower, but it's also medicinal. So you can use it in teas and different things. And so this one is Pacific Apricot Beauty. So it's gonna be like an orangey pink color. And then the other jug, I am doing this mix. I got this off of Amazon. It's called Shaded Woodland Wildflower Seed Collection. It's got, let me just tell you everything it has in it, because there's no telling what will come up in our jug. So Chinese forget-me-nots, annual candy tuft, baby blue eyes, purple coneflower, annual baby's breath, rocket larkspur, corn poppy, Chinese houses, Shasta daisy, monkey flower, bellflower, forget-me-not, dwarf columbine, garden columbine, Johnny jump ups, spurred snapdragon, and sweet William. If all those would come up, that'd be amazing, wouldn't it? But they're not gonna, because it's in a jug. So before we get to planting these, we're gonna label on the inside. I've got a brown Sharpie. I have a garden marker, which could also be used, but it's in the greenhouse and I forgot to grab it. So I'm gonna write on the inside of the jug here, where it's easier to write, because it'd be really hard to write up there. And it keeps it more protected than if it were outside. So I'm gonna do leeks. Every time I hear the word leeks, see it in a recipe, use it, whatever. You know what I think of? I think of that kids movie where it's like the guy gets this superpower machine to make the weather into food. I can't remember what that's called. If you can remember, put it in the comments. But they're like in a boat, and then like it rains food, right? That's the thing, is it starts raining food, fruits and vegetables and burgers and pizzas and all that. And so it was raining leeks, and at some point there was a leak in the boat with them, and this kid is like, there's a leak in the boat, and it's like really funny. And I think of that every single time I think of the plant or the vegetable leeks. This one will do calendula. I'm gonna put the name on it too, Pacific, because I do have a few different ones I'm starting this year. Apricot. So you can see it takes up some space, but the name's in there. At least there won't be confusion whenever I'm like, what's germinating? Okay, I'm gonna do Shaded Woodland. Shaded Woodland. I totally misspelled that. Nice. Mix. Okay. So now, since our soil is damp, what we're gonna do, so this is really specific to this because this is a mix. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm not gonna sow it super heavy. When I say that, and then I dumped out like a teaspoon of seeds. Don't mind our bags of stuff to donate on the table. I'm really anal about not having a lot of stuff on my dining room table because it stresses me out. But it's my landing place for things I have to remember to do. So it's like, if it's on the table, Liz has got to do something. And so it helps my mind, or else tasks just literally just fly out of my brain. All right, so I'm not gonna use all these. I'm gonna kind of scatter. Okay, I feel like that's enough. And what I got was like a pinch. If you're grabbing a pinch of salt, that's what I got. There's probably 20, 30 in there. So if I do have to thin, I will. Also, because there's potentially 17 different ones in here, there's just no telling what we're gonna end up with. So this jug is really an experiment. Now for these, because of the types of seeds they are, what was recommended online was not burying them, but just pushing them down in the soil a bit. So I'm going to do that. I'm just gonna tampen the soil with the back of my hand, and it kind of gets them down in there. So that's how that one is doing. For the leeks, let's see. Leeks will need to be thinned to 4 inches apart. They look like grass when they first come up. They get to be 2 inches wide by the time they're like fully mature. So I will worry about that spacing when I transplant them into the raised beds. So for the seeds starting, the depth is 1/2 inch. So I do need to actually put these in. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna semi-tampen, not a lot. I'm gonna get my Sharpie and I'm gonna do some holes. I'm doing these about 1 inch apart. We'll see if they all come up. This is as if they were like in seed cells. So that is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 holes. I'm just gonna do 1 in each because I don't even need the 13 plants if they were to all germinate. So dropping them in the hole. By the way, I have seen people do this online for like medicinal herbs, especially ones that like don't get real big. Mint, which now don't quote me on that because I don't know if they do well starting outside in the cold. But just as like a container garden, even if they're not doing the winter sowing method. My camera was dying. I was talking to you guys so much. You know what I did? I planted the leeks in the calendula. Oh my gosh. So I'm going to have to charge my phone. There's a leak in the boat. All right. So I just filled those holes in and then semi-tamped it down. And then while I charge, I'm going to do the apricot calendula, and I'm always just checking to see if they need to be planted or need light exposure. Okay, these do need to be, it says 1/4 of an inch deep, so not very deep. So what I will do is I will broadcast these also, and then I will tamp down just to barely push them in the soil. Okay, so we're back. So my phone just completely died. So what you missed while my phone was charging was I did get the last seeds planted. I also watered them. So I just used like the misting nozzle on my sink faucet, little boop, 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 of water, and like that's it. Don't want to overdo it. Soil is moist. They're going to have all they need. It's fine. I went around and I did not have duct tape. You can see there I used regular desk tape, which, come on now. If you have duct tape handy or even painter's tape, I don't know if painter's tape will stay through the elements. I would recommend using a duct tape. My plan is to wrap these in duct tape over the next week when I get some in. I just didn't have any. So I did get really kind of crazy Christmas wrapping style with the tape that I had. And you can see here I had to like do some extra tape. Now this is where it would be awesome if your cut was more level than mine was, but it's okay. It's not perfect and it's going to be just fine. So they're closed up. And the point is just to keep the wind out and not allow excess water in because we just want it to get the water in the top. And then here you can see where I had to mark out calendula and rewrite leeks and mark out leeks and rewrite. And even though it is backwards, you can still just kind of tell what they are. This is my shaded woodland mix. Now, these are ready to go outside. Here's where I decided to put mine for now. This is right outside my office window. Got bird feeders and stuff here. But this is the best place for morning sunlight in the winter. And then right now it's like midday afternoon and there's still some sun here. If I move it over here where there's more sun, I have to worry about the dog knocking it over or something. So this is where I'm going to leave them for now. Got dog in the way as we speak. So when the snow melts, I'll probably have to move or reposition them. I imagine I'll set them over beside the greenhouse. I'll have to figure out where because I want them to get as much sun as possible. And then that's it for this fun little experiment. We'll check back in, you know, a few weeks or a month or so when germination has happened. Late winter, early spring is here, and I'll let you know how things are going. Let me know in the comments if you've done this before or if you're going to try it. And make sure just research the flower or seed type, because not all love this. But remember, you can easily Google what are great seeds to start in a milk jug for winter sowing, and you'll get like a list of options. So give it a try. Hope you found this information helpful, and you guys have a wonderful day. If you're new to my channel, I just want to tell you really quick that I wrote 2 books about gardening that you might find helpful, and I would love it if you would check them out. I wrote the Cottage Garden Handbook and Nature's Top 25 Healing Plants. Both are currently listed on my Etsy shop as a printable digital download, and soon, maybe now, are on Amazon in print. So check them out if you feel like it.